I'd like to open up the meeting of the Township of Hamilton for Monday, May 6th, 2024. Please stand for the flag salute. Carl, would you like to lead it?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law by posting a notice of this meeting on the bulletin board in the municipal building and by publication in the Press of Atlantic City and Star-Ledger on January the 6th, 2024. Mr. Cheek.
Here.
Mr. Laws.
Here.
Mr. Vitale.
Here.
Dr. Witherspoon.
Here.
Mayor Schenker.
Here. Can we have a moment of silence for private reflection? Thank you. We have a guest presentation today. Armed Forces Day, Wreaths Across America.
Good evening, Mayor Schenker, Deputy Mayor Rose, and committee members Cheek, Vitale, Witherspoon, good evening. I'm Peter Eschbach. I'm a member of VFW Post 220 here in Mays Landing, and I'm also heading up our local Wreaths Across America program. I wanted to give you a quick update on kind of where it is and where it's going,
Okay.
and also ask for your support when it comes, probably a little bit later down the road when we really get cranking. Last year, several community groups participated in getting wreaths sponsored with a target of 500 wreaths to be placed on veteran graves at Holy Cross Cemetery off of Route 40. In December, we held a ceremony in which about 200 local folks, including Carl, showed up. It was truly a local event. It had scouts from the Presbyterian Church, students from St. Vincent de Paul School, cadets from the Civil Air Patrol, a color guard and contingent of cadets from ACIT's Air Force JROTC unit, and a bugler and a singer from Oak Crest High School band and choir, and of course the VFW Rifle Salute Squad. All in all, great experience for everyone who attended. I should point out that I was sort of surprised because so many people were there. It took like 20 minutes to put out 500 wreaths. We chose 500 wreaths as a target last year because the actual number of veterans buried in Holy Cross is not known. There are no records at the cemetery, which is part of the Diocese of Camden. They don't have it. And we know that there are graves of veterans that go back as far as the Spanish-American War, which was 1898. So Wreaths Across America, at least I think Carl would echo this, was such a good experience. People were coming up saying, we need to do this again. Let's make it better. Let's make it bigger. And it's kind of hard to make it bigger if you don't know how many veterans are buried there. And we are making it big. We already have 3 churches have committed to being involved. One of the churches has already committed to 100 wreaths being sponsored. And we've also got one of the local gyms that's committed to being a sponsoring organization this year as well. So we really want to get our target up over 500, but not knowing how many veterans are buried at Holy Cross, what should that target be? We need to find out what that number is, and so what we're doing is, May 18th is, as you mentioned, Armed Forces Day. It's a Saturday. It's about 2 weeks before Memorial Day. Normally what happens is a handful of VFW guys and our families will go out there a week before Memorial Day, and we'll go out and put the flags in. And it can take us 4 hours or so to cover everything. What we're doing is asking the community to come out and join us on Saturday, May 18th, 10 o'clock, over at Holy Cross. Actually, we're going to meet there in the parking lot next to Holy Cross at St. Vincent de Paul and place the flags. We will know how many flags we have, so it's kind of simple math. However we get back, we just subtract that. Then we'll know how many our veterans are buried there, and we can set up a reasonable target from that. With the new target, we plan on starting a sponsorship drive then in July. It'll be Christmas in July, basically. And this year's ceremony, which will take place on December 14th, should be even bigger and more patriotic event. So from a committee standpoint, which is, I say, Carl came out in last December. We'd love to have you and your families, and for that matter, anybody here, to join us out there on May 18th to help get those flags in. That's all I have.
Okay,
Absolutely.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll move on to additions, deletions, and late agenda items to be considered for action tonight. We have a business registration for Mays Landing Auto Repair LLC, 5803 Main Street.
So moved.
Second. A motion and second. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a request here.
Sure.
I'd like to move item 7H up to now.
Okay.
And we can go over it and open it up to public comment just for 7H.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure. So, just so everyone knows, 7H is a resolution supporting Senate Bill S-163, Assembly Bill 2521, to establish the presumption of joint and legal and physical custody in a child custody matters.
Thank you.
Sure.
So there's two bills. One that's in the New Jersey Senate, S-163, and one that's in the Assembly, Bill 2521. They're both basically the same. And the main gist of this bill is the presumption of 50-50 joint and legal custody when a marriage falls apart or if the parents are breaking up. And what it does is it'll make it so that it's automatically 50-50. And then, of course, obviously, if one of the parents is unfit, it has to be proven that a parent is unfit for this. And what this will do is we hope that it will. I say we because there's several of people here that are behind this bill. We hope that it stops the arguing and the bickering that goes through court and trying to figure out custody of your children. Children need both parents. They need them. They need their dads just as much as they need their moms. And unless there's a reason, unless a parent doesn't want that 50-50 custody, this will just make it it'll automatically go to 50-50. It'll save a lot of money. It'll save a lot of time. Money that can be spent, towards the children, helping them with college, whatever, instead of going to lawyers. So that's just something that I would like to see. These bills have been languishing, up in the State House year after year after year. And, in talking with, the Senate Bill S-163 was introduced by Senator Palestina, our senator, and talking with him and Joe Berg in his office, they feel that doing something like this may help move it forward, get things moving, instead of the wheels just spinning up there. So that's why I would like to see this move forward. I would like to see us approve this resolution, and I will move 7H.
I'll second. Did you have anyone here that wanted to speak on behalf?
I was going to say, if this
fine.
goes ahead and passes, I know there's a couple people that signed up for early comment, but I'd like to see it open up to them now just for 7H. Go, if you want to get up and speak about it.
Vote on it first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or concerns?
I have a question.
Sure.
Where is this bill? When does this bill go before the Senate and the Assembly?
It has to move out of
Committee.
whatever committee it's in, where it's at. So, like I said, year after year, it hasn't moved.
I'm not against this. I just wanted to know, are we doing a resolution in support of the
Yes.
bill?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it doesn't say that. I know why, what it's for. I read it. It's for the custody, joint custody and child. But it doesn't say that Hamilton Township is in support of
Resolution supporting Senate Bill
resolution supporting
163.
Bill 163. I mean, not that this is not important, because it is, and a lot of people deal with this, but why these bills? The reason why I'm asking the question is because there's a lot of bills in the Senate and the Assembly.
This is just something that means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me too.
So I went
Personally.
ahead and when I saw that Senator Palestina was the sponsor of the bill, that kind of made me move a little quicker. I mean, I've been up here on the dais now for 4 years, so I probably should have done it sooner, to be honest.
So this is in support of the bills. It still has to get out of the
Oh, yeah.
committee.
Still has to get out of committees.
It's in committee.
Yep.
Okay, so is all of the municipalities doing this?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Is this essential to the bill moving forward?
It'll help.
Okay. Okay.
Any others? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it.
Same.
We have one abstention. Rita, did you get that?
4 yes, 1 abstention.
Mhm.
Motion carries.
Okay.
Would anybody like to speak? Just ask you state your name for the record.
Hi, my name is Jeff Golden, and I'm from an organization called Fathers and Children's Equality, and we have been interested in this bill and its predecessor for a very long time. And first, you asked, will this resolution do anything to move the bill forward? As longtime Speaker of the House Tip O'Neill used to say, all politics is local. So everything starts at this level. And I think that the Township of Hamilton expressing its support for this bill might be something that can get other co-sponsors onto the bill and to get it moving forward. As for what the bill would do, it makes only 3 changes to the current law. Number 1 is it establishes a rebuttable presumption of joint legal and equal shared physical custody immediately following the separation of the parents. And right now, shared physical custody is not something that is in the law that a judge can order. The only way to get it is if the parents agree to it. Next thing it does is, if the judge has to make a decision rather than using the parents' agreement on custody, it lists a lot of things that the judge has to consider. And the first one that lists right now is the ability of the parents to agree. Well, these people are getting divorced. They don't agree about anything. So why is that even in the law? That has to come out of the law. And the third thing is, I told you it's a presumption of joint legal custody and equal shared physical custody. If one of the parties claims that the other party is not fit to be a parent, then they have to prove that to overcome that presumption. And the bill would say that that has to be by clear and convincing evidence, which is a higher burden of proof than is in most things in family court right now. And as for why do we want this, the divorce industry is about a $50 billion industry nationwide. And why should ordinary people have to spend their children's college funds to get divorced when all they're really doing is transferring those college funds so they'll pay for some lawyer's kid to go to college? This is something that'll just help everybody. It's a no-brainer. And I don't see why it's not already in the law.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I was going to speak, but I'm not going to follow.
Understood.
I will feel hard. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, as council people, for taking this up.
Okay, just state your name for the
I'm
record.
sorry, it's David Kalen, Kalen. We've been working on legislation like this for a long time. We look at this as a way to empower a two-parent solution rather than fostering an environment where children can be used as weapons. They can be used to gather some momentum for one side over the other, and using the love of a child as leverage to accomplish that. We would like both parents to be empowered when they decide to separate, and have those children grow up in an environment where love is the predominant factor and not distrust, not acrimony. And unfortunately, too often in the court system, the conflict is what drives the process. And we would like to see that changed. This bill is one small step towards a better family court system. So I'd like to thank the entire council for taking that up, and hopefully we can use this as a springboard to other towns throughout the state. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Les Nerdlinger. And I also am a part of the Fathers and Children Equality. So I'm a dad, and I ended up eventually with custody of my children. It took me 4 years, and my life savings, every penny that I earned fighting to just see my children. They moved to another state, and which also means my parents, my children's grandparents, also didn't get to see my children. And I commuted to see my kids every other weekend. For 4 years, I missed one parenting time because I just didn't have the money to go. But it also affects grandparents as well. So I'm back on my feet. I ended up with custody, and it was grueling. And I really appreciate you guys considering this to take this up. And like Jeff said, it could maybe snowball, and other townships, will pick this up and help move this thing forward. It's unbelievable. I know I put my attorneys' kids into college, and my kids will not be going to college. But I thank you for taking this up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. Anybody else?
If anybody else wants to support this, all you have to do is get a list of your assemblymen or anybody in Congress and put in, please support bill number S163, and they'll, it'll add to it. It'll make more of an effort for them to actually take you more seriously. But, anybody anybody can do it.
And a 2521, the assembly version.
And just, anybody can just put that, but put your name and sign it, because it could be, just scammers writing stuff in just to fill the, pack the ballot, but put the stuff in and sign it.
Anybody else? Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a shame that we have to have bills like these, but here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. Early public comment on agenda items excluding items listed for public hearings. Brett, did anyone sign up?
We have no one else that signed up for any other agenda items. Mr. Ron Welsh signed up, but he passed. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We have no. Oh, excuse me. Discussions, formal action may be taken. Discussion of salary ordinance amendments will be ordinance 2075, 2024 if introduced. Excuse me.
So I gave committee a synopsis of the amendments to the 2024 salary ordinance.
Yes.
You want me to go through them, or do you have any questions?
Please go through them for us.
Is your microphone on? It's not picking you up, I don't think.
So the first amendment, we are proposing to increase the maximum salary for the JIF fund commissioner up to $4,000. The current salary is approaching $4,000, and if there's a COLA increase next year, we'll surpass it. So this is just some housekeeping. The second amendment that we're proposing here is in Public Works. We would like to delete the current Public Works clerical position. That the person that holds that position right now is making around $50,000, and we want to replace that position with a recycling coordinator at the same salary. The reason we want to do this is because we can fund the recycling coordinator title with different pieces of our budget that wouldn't impact the taxpayers. We have the ability to use Clean Communities grant funds and recycling trust money to fund 75% of the existing salary. So if we were to fund 75% of the $50,000, it comes out to roughly $37,000. So that would only impact our budget about $12,500. With those savings, we could hire a part-time Public Works clerk to help out in Public Works at up to $20 per hour, 24 hours per week, and the position would hit our budget for roughly $25,000. So if you add the difference in the recycling coordinator salary and the proposed clerk's salary, it becomes a wash for the 2024 budget. So are there any questions about that? Because it's kind of complex. I did go through that with the Personnel Committee, but basically we're going to pick up an additional part-time clerk in Public Works and come out even by changing the title of our existing clerical position.
So within the Clean Communities Recycling Trust is going to be the person who handles the recycling bins that we're purchasing for the entire township, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's quite a task. How many houses do we think we have?
We project out about 8,200
Okay.
households that we're going to have to include in that. The next change is the proposed dual position. We're titling this Municipal Housing Liaison. This is something that the Community Development Director used to do. I propose to separate that out. There's drastic changes coming in 25. We do not have a Community Development Director right now. I want to set this maximum salary at $15,000.
And this is already budgeted.
Yes, this is in 2024's budget. We're just pulling that money away from the Community Development Director's salary.
Okay.
The other thing that we're looking to do is create 3 part-time positions for the Cove. These are seasonal positions. This gives us the ability to hire 3 additional people in May to fill in later on in August and for time off that needs to be taken throughout the season to cover, right? A lot of times, if somebody calls out, if we have more than one person call out, we have to close the Cove. In August, kids start going back to college. We have to close the Cove because we don't have enough staffing. The existing staffing levels at the Cove will not change. We're only going to have so many people at the same that we had last year at the same time working. It just gives us the ability to fill in when there's call-outs or time off, things like that. The other thing we want to do, due to the minimum wage increase, we want to raise the salaries up 50 cents this year for the Cove. That's pretty much it. That sums up this.
What's the minimum age for the Cove?
Minimum age?
Yeah.
That's a good question. What's the minimum age?
No, age. beach badge checker.
The lifeguards have to be 16 and beach badge checkers have to be 15. And that's it.
Okay, so this item is up for discussion. It is also later on at 5A, it's a ordinance to be announced. So we don't have to take action at this time, but if anybody would like to discuss it. Any comments, concerns? I thought it was pretty clear what we're trying to do here. All right, so hearing none, we're going to move on to item 4. We have some public hearings and potential adoption of ordinances. A, ordinance 2072-2024, an ordinance of the Township of Hamilton regarding privately owned salt storage.
Mayor, we briefly discussed these ordinances at the last committee meeting. These are DEP mandated ordinances coming down so that the township can receive their MS4 tier A permit. The first one is under ordinance A for the salt storage, and then we will get the ordinance under C regarding tree removal as well.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Anybody in the public like to speak on this?
Motion to close public?
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Somebody. Second.
Anybody? We have a motion. We have a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt.
So moved.
We have a motion to adopt ordinance 2072-2024. Do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Public hearing on ordinance 2073-2024. This is an ordinance adopting site-specific redevelopment plan for block 1134, lot 14 in the Township of Hamilton, Atlantic County, State of New Jersey.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to recuse myself.
Okay, thank you. Brett, or either one of you can give us a brief review of what this is so that anybody who wasn't here will be up to speed.
It's a site-specific redevelopment plan for the former Office Depot location next to Lomax. This reestablishes the zoning out there to allow for a medical marijuana and a recreational use at that same facility.
Anybody that didn't hear him, that's the old Office Depot building next to what is now Lomax. Anyone in the public like to speak?
Motion to close.
A motion to close public portion. Second? Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
We'll entertain a motion for adoption of ordinances. Adoption of ordinance 2073-2024.
So moved.
Okay, second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Can I ask for a roll call vote? It's adoption of an ordinance.
I'm sorry. Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek is recused. Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Patali?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and adopted.
Ordinance 2074-2024. This is an ordinance amending Chapter 282 of the Code of Township of Hamilton regarding tree removal.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. We need to get Richie back.
Yes,
Yeah.
forgot him.
I'm sorry. I meant to change my vote to no, but 2073-2024.
Want him back in?
Not yet.
Well,
Hang on a second.
not yet now.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Don't make that promise.
All right.
I apologize. I wanted my vote to be no for 2073-2024.
Well,
Did you get that?
Well,
based on the fact that no other action has been taken and it was right back to back on that action, it doesn't entirely change the overall passing of the ordinance. I don't see an issue with it.
can you tap that microphone?
Yes.
I'm not picking you guys up at all.
Can you hear me?
Still not.
We can hear
Are
it.
you hearing him? Okay, good. Just as long as I have it.
Okay.
It's not registering over here. Do you want me to call the roll again or no?
No. I
Okay.
think we can just
So
adjust
we're
vote.
we're going to change the vote to 3 yes, one person is recused,
1 no.
and 1 no.
Correct.
The ordinance is adopted.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go get Rich.
Yeah. I'm not going to forget him this time.
Better not be eating out there.
He is. He's getting a snack.
You having a snack?
Yeah. Welcome back. Okay, we're going to move on to public hearing C, ordinance 2074-2024, an ordinance amending Chapter 282 of the Code of Township of Hamilton regarding tree removal.
Mayor, again, this is similar to the prior ordinance under 4A. This is another DEP mandated MS4 Tier A permit. The municipality had a prior tree removal ordinance. This replaces and updates that.
I want to make sure everybody heard that. This is a DEP mandated ordinance.
Our favorite. Anybody in the public like to speak? Is this a public hearing? Seeing no one?
Motion to close public.
We have a motion. We have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The chair will recognize an adoption.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and second to adopt 2074-2024. Rita, can we do a roll call vote, please?
Yes, Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Patali?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and adopted.
So I want to back up here because I don't think I did a roll call on A. Did I, or did I not?
You didn't, but I didn't get a feeling anybody wanted to vote no on that one, but
Can we do a roll call now,
Can.
just so we could be,
Yes.
squeaky clean? And
I would appreciate that. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
all right, let's do that. Is everybody all right with that?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, this is a
Ordinance
roll-
2072-2024.
Mr.
Roll call.
Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Patali?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes.
That
Adopted.
was easy. All right, let's move on to introduction of ordinances. Public hearing will be held May 20th, 2024. We are going to start with 5A, which is ordinance 2075-2024, an ordinance amending the Article 2, Chapter 66 of the Code of Hamilton Township, providing for the maximum number of employees. If everybody remembers, we discussed this under 3A.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and second to introduce ordinance 2075-2024. Rita, why don't we do a roll call just for fun?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Patali?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and introduced.
Thank you. B, ordinance 2076-2024. An ordinance amending Chapter 163 excavations and Chapter 203 Land Use and Development Code of the Township of Hamilton, Atlantic, County of Atlantic, and the State of New Jersey.
Mayor, for the record, as Mr. Patali or Committeeman Patali pointed out, these are mandated DEP, and this one is also Pineland's update to the stormwater management regulations. This updates two of the chapters already in the code for Hamilton Township. Most of the changes are procedural. They do not substantially change or alter the existing ordinance that's in place.
Okay. Everybody hear that? We're hearing from the DEP a lot, aren't we?
The time of year.
Yep, that's great. Good times. The chair will accept an introduction if you want to move this ordinance along.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second for 2076, 2024. Rita, do we have any questions or concerns? Rita, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes introduced.
Thank you. 6, awards, bids, contract change orders. Resolution authorizing the acceptance of a proposal from Mott Watkins and Associates for design, permitting, and construction services for the reconstruction of Malaga Road Phase 1 Municipal Aid, fiscal year 2024, contract number 2024-06, amount not to exceed $31,000.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there questions or concerns? Seeing none, Rita, could we get a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Thank you. B, resolution authorizing the acceptance of proposal from Mott Watkins and Associates for design, permitting, construction inspection, and architectural services for fiscal year 2023, Safe Streets Transit Program, LA 2023 SST Park Road Sidewalk Project, contract number 2023-10, the amount not to exceed $41,000.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions, concerns? Just so if I am correct, I just want to state that this is grant money that we are using here, so that's always a good thing.
We got a grant for...
Brett, we gotta get you guys 2 microphones. Do we have it in the budget?
Yeah.
To get them another microphone?
We actually do.
We have microphones right here. We have extras.
We received a grant last year? Year before?
The end of 22.
For $341,000 for Safe Streets to Transit, to design sidewalks from Tanglewood Drive out to Lenape Avenue.
So we have a grant for the whole project or just the engineering part of it?
For the construction.
We have it for all of it? Okay,
For the construction.
very good. Okay.
Go ahead.
For the construction.
Come on, Bob.
It was way over there. I had to reach.
I'd like to take my motion back because I'm going to abstain from this because
Oh,
I have
oh,
a
okay,
family
yeah.
member that lives on Park Road.
All motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any other questions, concerns? Hearing none. Rita, let's do a roll call.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Abstain.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
4 yes, 1 abstention. Motion carries.
Thank you. Let's move on to C, resolution awarding a contract for the Community Development Block Grant Underhill Park improvements. 2024-04 to All Vinyl Fencing LLC for the amount not to exceed $592. I wish, right?
Good try.
$592,638.50. I think this is easy.
Just a brief explanation of the project. So the bids came in on April 25th, and there was only 2 bidders. All Vinyl was the low bidder, and the base bid includes the site clearing, concession stand, bathroom renovations, fencing for the baseball fields, sidewalks, and asphalt walkway paths to the bridge on 3rd Avenue, and also redoing one of the dugouts. And then we are awarding supplemental 1, which is the road improvements to Old Egg Harbor Road. We're going to be repaving the roadway in the front of the project.
From 40
Not 40, no, probably from where the fencing begins to where the sidewalk ends, and new crosswalks with lighting, lit up crosswalk signs that are illuminated. So at nighttime, you'll be able to see them better. And yeah, so the bids came in very favorable. Just so you know, that we do have a grant award from Community Development Block Grant for $632,444. that will be used for this project. So there will be, a little bit left over, but I think this is a great project to be used for all this funding.
Good. Very good. Okay. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions, concerns? Hearing none. Rita, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Abstain.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Shanker?
Yes.
4 yes, 1 abstention, motion carries.
Good. D, resolution approving 2024 use of facilities agreement between the Township of Hamilton and the Hamilton Youth Athletic Association.
I'll recuse myself.
Thank you.
Committeeman Laws has left the room. He's recused himself.
Okay. Do we have a motion to move this?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Do we have any questions or concerns?
There was we received something additional to be revised or something, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You have a question or?
Well, my question was, I don't have a problem or issue with the use of the facilities agreement, but we did approve MLAA with a facility agreement. So does that become null and void to replace this? Does this replace both?
Mayor, may I answer that?
You can.
In reviewing the user facility agreement, this facility agreement reflects specifically the Leapy Field football facilities. The prior agreement did not apply to those specific football fields. So this one goes to the football fields.
What was the other agreement for MLA?
From my understanding, I don't have it in front of me, but I believe it was, for example, the softball fields, the baseball fields, the lacrosse field. There were other fields, but the Leapy football field was not a named field in that prior user agreement. So from my review, this agreement, in accordance with the Chapter 235, doesn't conflict with the prior agreement.
Because MLAA encapsulates football, baseball. Am I correct in that?
The prior facility users agreement with MLA did not encompass the football fields. So it's my understanding that there would be an agreement with that, but that prior one that was issued earlier in the year doesn't encompass the Leapy football field specifically. It included other fields in that agreement, but it didn't pertain to the Leapy football field.
That's for the MLAA.
Correct.
Okay.
So just so we're clear here, because I know this has been a thing, and I don't want it to be a thing because there's nothing nefarious here. The simple facts are that this use agreement speaks to HYAA and MLAA utilizing the Leapy track football field. There's a reason for that. And the simple reason is that in the leagues that both the Knights and the Lakers play in require a fence around a football field. This is a law that changed a few years back. It wasn't really addressed. The football field at Underhill does not comply. We are struggling with that simply because if we put permanent fencing around that field, we lose our baseball fields. So for at least this year, and maybe going forward, we're going to have both teams utilize this field. So the Township Committee generally doesn't get involved with this kind of stuff. We just vote and say, yeah, you're both allowed to use the field. We are going to leave this up to both organizations to work together to make sure that all the games can be played there, along with the leagues that you play in. We didn't see this coming. Maybe we should have. I don't know. We didn't see this coming. We didn't know the Lakers League was going to be defunct. We didn't know if they moved where they were going. But this rule change has been there for quite a few years now. So we're going to take this under advisement and see what we can do about the facilities moving forward. That is our best football field. But we are not going to have one team not be able to play. Both teams will play. That is a fact. We are not going to, this is not a favoritism thing or lack thereof. This is a simple fact that we have a rule that we have to deal with. And we can't just snap our fingers and change that. So we'd like to see this work out. And then we can move forward with other projects as far as where are our permanent baseball fields going to be, how are we going to address this situation with football. I think that our chief and Carol have agreed to reach out to the leagues to ask them for help from us, because they don't have to do anything. We all know that. So we will use our folks to try and make this thing right and make sure everybody has a field to play on. And again, I want to ask that both teams, both leagues, try and get along and work together, because at the end of the day, this is about the kids. And we need to make sure all these kids are playing. This is why the Township has always supported the Lakers and the Township has always supported HYAA, because it's about the kids. So we're going to do the best we can to work on future projects coming up. Hopefully our budgets are looking better and we can make some definite plans on what's going to happen in future years. And that's all I have to say about that. I really look to the leadership of both organizations to make this work. Appreciate your help with this. So we have a motion and a second. Am I correct?
On the revised 60.
Yes. Now, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I did watch a law show last night. Mm-hmm. If there are any future agreements that we must do to make this solid, yes. I know this kind of covers it, but I know you just talked about the agreement with MLAA, and if we have to change, adjust, create another one, whatever we have to do to make this legally, and you know how much I love that, right, yes. Okay? But for right now, that basically says that both teams will play at that field.
That's the understanding of the user facility agreement as well, for the record. Correct.
Yes. Every kid that wants to play will play. We have a motion and a second.
We have a motion and a second.
Thank you.
Yes,
any more questions, comments? Are you sneaking up here? You have a gun, so you make me nervous. Yeah, okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to the consent agenda.
Did we get Committeeman Laws?
Oh, Bobby, man, I'm horrible at this. The guy sits right next to me, and I don't even know he's gone.
I didn't, but he wanted to go get you. Yeah, I would have come got you.
Trying to get them to forget me.
Listen, just to be fair, I forgot about you, just like I forgot about Rich.
There you go.
I'm
so ready
to go. Thanks for coming.
Okay, consent agenda. So right now we have a consent agenda that is A through I with H being removed. I'll accept the motion.
Motion for that with H being removed.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or concerns? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Personnel, resolution rescinding resolution 2024-0157. Resolution to appoint Mary Kelly as interim executive assistant to the administrator of the GIF Fund Commissioner effective 4/8/2024. So this is to rescind this resolution.
Yeah, I didn't, oh, I have to wait till you do a motion.
Motion.
Your motion? Second. Any questions?
I don't have a question, I just needed an explanation, because I was trying to compare both, and I didn't know why it was being rescinded.
Brett?
We're backing off the maximum number of hours that Mary can work in a week. So originally it was 35, and we're backing it down to 24.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions, concerns? We can just do a voice vote. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it. So now we have a resolution appointing Mary Kelly as interim executive assistant effective 4/8/24 at $45 an hour, not to exceed 24 hours a week.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Are there any questions or concerns? We need a roll call for this?
Yes, let's do a roll
Let's
call.
do a roll call.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Resolution appointing Brett Knoll as the additional authorized telephone contact for the Atlantic County Municipal Joint Insurance Fund, EPL attorney consultation service. Oh, my God.
So move.
Thank you.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
This question,
Sure.
this seems administrative, so I didn't understand why we had to do a resolution for him to be a telephone contact.
They require it. They require a resolution to appoint that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right, that's it.
Okay. We need a roll call?
Yes.
Rita?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and adopted.
Resolution appointing Sean McDevitt as a part-time certified fire prevention inspector and the hourly rate of $21 an hour, not to exceed 25 hours per week, effective 5/7/24. Employment contingent upon successful completion of the employment physical and background check.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or concerns? Hearing none. Rita, let's do a roll call.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Approvals. Minutes, regular meeting minutes of April 15th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any questions or concerns? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Minutes, special executive session meeting minutes, April 15th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or concern? Hearing none. Rita, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Bills, bill list total $10,676,810.61.
So moved.
No,
It's getting broken out.
Just 1 second.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My bad.
Committeeman Patali has asked for 4 of the purchase orders to be removed so that he can abstain from voting. Those 4 amount to $195,247.04. I can tell you which ones they are if you want that in the record, but if we can break that amount out for a separate vote.
Okay, well, can you give me a total for, I don't have my calculator on me.
Okay, there's 4. The 4 total together are equal $195,247.04. So that would be 1 vote. And then the balance after that would be $10,481,563.57. That would be a second vote.
Okay, so let's do a motion on $10,481,563.57.
Okay.
You have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Any questions, concerns?
I don't have a problem with that, issue with it. I just wanted to know which one should we be checking off so we could.
Okay. Number 22-00399 to Atlantic County.
-399.
Right. I don't know how your records are. Does it go by alphabetical order or purchase order?
It goes by alphabetical
so
order.
the 3 of them are payable to Atlantic County.
Okay.
One is 22-00399, $12,952.46.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, 24-00527, $164,395. And the third, 24-00529, $17,899.58. And then there's a fourth to Richard E. Pearson, number 24-00526, $270.20. Those 4 total the $195,247.04.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rita. What was the one right before that? 24-0.
Which one? The
Third
17,000?
Yeah, the third one.
24-00529.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second on a bill list totaling $10,481,563.57. Any other questions? Rita, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
All yes and carried.
Now we have a bill list total of $195,274.04.
$247.04.
What did I say?
274.
So I meant 47.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Your motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or concerns? If not, Rita, roll call, please.
Mr. Cheek?
Yes.
Mr. Laws?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Abstain.
Dr. Witherspoon?
Yes.
Mayor Schenker?
Yes.
4 yes, 1 abstention, motion carries.
Thank you. We'll go move on to reports. Mr. Administrator.
I wasn't at the green event on Saturday, but I did go by and noticed about 35 or 40 people picking trash up on Babcock Road, and it's doesn't go unnoticed. It's something that always was kind of bothered me a lot when I was in Public Works, the amount of trash that and all the roads look like Babcock Road. So the people that were out cleaning up on Babcock Road, all of our roads look like that. It's a shame. So hopefully the addition of these recycling carts will help to minimize that. But it's a big problem in this town, this littering, and we need more volunteers to help and adopt roads. And we've done a good job. I think we have, how many adopt the road groups do we have? We've added about 10 since Luann, 10 or 15 since Luann took over, but we need at least 10 or 15 more. So I just want to thank everyone that volunteered on Saturday. That's all I have.
Very good. Mr. Solicitor.
Nothing to add, Mayor, at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Engineer.
Just a quick update on Leapy Field concession stand. They should be wrapping up the drywall enclosure this week, and then start painting inside and outside. And if you've driven by, the steel steps are in and look great for the second floor. We're anticipating everything wrapping up by the end of the month, if everything goes well.
Okay.
Awesome.
Very good. Excellent. Township committee members, Dr. Witherspoon.
Yes, I did attend the Atlantic County League of Municipalities meeting at the Atlantic City Country Club. That was the last meeting up until August. So there will be no more meetings until August, and the president of Stockton was the guest speaker on that night. Also, I did attend the Sustainable Green Fair. It was very nice. It was well organized. And although the weather was, we were unsure of the weather, but I did go by, and there were people out there when I went. I went earlier, and I think it's just something very nice to talk about the environment, and they do an excellent job every year, and I want to say kudos to them. And last but not least, I want to thank Brett. I had a student, I work at a school, ask me about the CarMax project. And the student goes on Google Maps and looks at all of the projects that we're doing and wanted an answer when it was going to be completed. And so I was able to give the student that answer. It'll be finished in the summer, and they're going to be opening in September. But it was very refreshing to see someone, a young person. He's 14. His name is Daniel. I said he's going to go far. But he was really questioning what we were doing, and he goes on Google Maps, and he started asking me about the Jersey subs and this and that, and I was very surprised that he was just that intrigued in that. So he was just so ecstatic that I was able to give him the answer. So I want to say thank you. That's it.
A young entrepreneur. Carl?
Yeah, I got out there late on Saturday. So when I went out to catch up with the group, they were almost done because so many, it was 35 or so. And I went down. What road did I go down, Brett?
I think it's a county road.
Yeah.
The county road.
So I went to make a U-turn, and I saw, wow, look at all this trash here. So I stayed there and started picking up the trash. Come to find out it was a county road, so whatever. But it's the road that goes back to the courthouse. And apparently it's also a road where young parents pull over and change diapers. Because I've never picked up so many. I don't even think I picked up that many diapers when I had kids. So it's disgusting. It's really bad. It's horrible. But I'd like to thank everybody who came out and did that. And then they went out to the Green Fair, well attended as always. Weather was a little iffy. It seems like it's one extreme to the other. It's 95 degrees or it's 55 and raining. But anyway, kind of coming off of what Dr. Witherspoon said about the businesses that are popping up, Jersey Mike's, but on Main Street, I don't know if anybody's noticing, but somebody's in the old Bud's Golf. I think we approved their business license tonight. It's going to be a mechanic shop. So, nice to see that getting cleaned up and a business getting in there. There's another, somebody bought the Wells Fargo building. I've heard many rumors. I'm not going to repeat anything I heard because they are rumors. Not really sure what's going on. So hopefully at some point they make an announcement on what they're doing in there. There's going to be another business popping up on Main Street. Busy Bees Honey should be popping up next to the Bras Brodeur. So that's a good thing. And then, you also go down Main Street and you see, shout out to Donnie's. They did some work on their property. You know, the grass looks great. The sidewalk looks great. They put some fencing up. So it's really nice to see some of the businesses on Main Street thriving. I think they're thriving. Not all of them. I know some of them are hurting. Anytime Fitness, he did a lot of work there. I haven't stopped in to see what exactly he did, but changed some things around there. So it's just nice to see things going on Main Street, and hopefully, you know, with business comes more business, hopefully. Hometown celebration, June 22nd, Saturday. And it will be at War Memorial Park. So look for more information about that coming out. And I do believe I saw in the report that the water's on at War Memorial Park. Chris? I didn't drive by. Water's up and flowing? Nice. Good job. Thank you. Saw you had some more repairs you had to do. But we're figuring it out on our own, huh? Oh, come on. Very good. Thank you. We appreciate that. 29th. June 29th. Hometown celebration. And that's really all for me. Reagan, I'll see you soon. Maddie, miss you, love you. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Carl. Mr. Cheek.
I was one of the 35 that was on Babcock Road, and it was the first time I ever done it, and I must say I was amazed at the amount of trash. I don't throw anything out my window, and I couldn't believe how much we collected that day in an hour. Unbelievable, and what a great job. You felt good after you were done doing that. I also went to the Green Fair event, and that was very, very nice and impressive as well. And I have to thank the Hamilton Township's sustainability team for doing a very, very good job. And also for everyone applies, happy Mother's Day this Sunday. Wish you all a happy Mother's Day. So that's it for me.
Okay. Yes, I'd like to, well, I spent last weekend at Penn Relays, probably the biggest track and field event on the East Coast. Well, probably the biggest in the country. Teams from all over the world. And I want to shout out to my little brother, Alan Walls, who was inducted into the Penn Relay Hall of Fame this weekend. Such a feat. He and his relay team won the Championship of America in 1983. That's a long time ago. But no one's done it since from the United States. It's always been like Jamaica or one of the other countries that's won it, but they were the last team to actually do it. So Alan being a long time he coaches at Pleasantville, but he's been a long time resident of Mays Landing since 83, in fact, 83, 84. He trains a lot of kids, gets a lot of kids in shape. He has a couple U.S. Olympians, Nia Ali and I forget the other kid's name, but fantastic job he's done, and I'm just super proud of him. Also wanted to say to Mr. Isaac Kane, super happy to see you there, young man. And he played football for both programs in town, and he's in college now, and he's slinging the football around like Tom Brady. So look for this guy on Sundays. That's all for me. Thank you. Thank you. So I also participated in the trash pickup and for my first time. When I ran last year, it was the first time that I ever put out political signs myself. Always had other people that would do it for us. But this year I hopped in a truck and we went around and we put up those lovely political signs that you guys love so much. That's why we do it every year. But the thing that I noticed, and as we went along, we made an effort to pick up the trash that surrounded the areas where we were putting the signs, and I had no idea that there was that much trash on the side of the road. It's remarkable. So this year when this trash pickup came about, I couldn't wait to do it because I know now. And the worst part of it is I can't drive down a road now without looking to the side and seeing the trash. It's like I'm fixated on it now, and it drives me a little crazy. But I do agree with Brett that we need to do this more than just once a year. We need to try and get groups together during the course of the year. And we had 30-plus people there. We could have done a longer or went the other way on Babcock, but you just don't know how many people you're going to get. But from what I understand, it's growing every year, and that's a good thing. And I just think it's important that, we as Township Committee, we applaud this and we appreciate what it does for our town. I know we do have, sometimes we have public works guys doing it too, but it's an unbelievable task. All the roads. Just take a minute when you're driving down the road, look to the left, not too long, or look to the right, because, you would coming back and the mayor had told me to crash my car, and that's not the case. I just want you to take notice to the trash that's on the side of the road. And I wasn't, if I did that, my parents would have beat me. But that's really not, I don't know why people feel as though the window on their driver's side or their passenger side is a trash receptacle. I don't follow that thought process. But as you walk down that road and you pick up stuff like diapers, that had to be wonderful, and other things, from stuff from Wawa to, soda bottles, water bottles, liquor bottles, everything. I probably can understand why they throw the liquor bottles out because, guys like him over there. But nonetheless, it's really, if you get involved with this, you're going to appreciate this more. I promise you that. You will see a difference, and you will notice this stuff around your community, and trust me, you won't like it. Also like to take a minute to thank all the sustainability team. What a great job they did, not just with the trash pickup, but this green fair gets bigger every year, and I have been to that multiple times, and I couldn't be more proud of what they do and how they do it, and bringing people, educating people on the world we live in, because I think sometimes we all move so fast we don't notice it. So thank you all for that. I would also like to wish all the mothers happy Mother's Day, and I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope your families spoil you to death. With that, I will open it up to public comment. Anybody in the public like to speak?
Thank you.
Birthday, Brett.
Do we sing now?
Motion to close.
No, don't do that.
Motion to close.
Happy birthday.
Denise
Yes.
Applegate,
Hi,
283
Denise.
Old River Road. Just thank you so much for what all of you said about the Green Fair and the road cleanup. I wasn't there, and I think the reason I'm here and none of the rest of them are is because they're probably all exhausted. They're probably all taking the night off. I just want to echo again, what you said, Art, is exactly what we're trying to achieve. If we can get more people to come out and volunteer once or twice for a road cleanup, they will look at it with a whole new perspective, because once you've been the one out there picking up somebody else's garbage, it becomes a see something, say something, and you have zero to no tolerance for anybody that's going to litter. So that's the impact we're trying to have. That's what we're trying to do. We get teased quite a bit for being the ones who go out and pick up everybody else's trash, and why would anybody want to do that? But there is a definite halo effect that happens if we can get more people to do it just a little bit. So that's why we're trying to get the sports clubs, the scouts, the youth groups, whatever, come and do it one time, and you will definitely think about it differently and hold people accountable. So thank you for all the kind words. I will say on behalf of the rest of the sustainability team, it is a tremendous amount of work. It does get bigger and better every year. If we could eventually get a year where the weather is in our favor, I think it would be off the charts. Yeah. I've only heard good things since I got back, and I was sorry to have missed it, but truly, truly, truly appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much. It is a huge endeavor that we do, so thank you.
It's our town. It's that simple. It's our town. Anybody else from the public? Seeing no one?
Motion to close.
Motion to close. Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Ayes have it. I will accept a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it.
Not too bad.